What's up, guys? Welcome back to another weekly Forex analysis video. This is going to be for July 21st all the way up until July 26th. I actually recorded this video already, but I honestly did not like how I recorded it all. I thought it was really sloppy, so I'm going to redo it. But yeah, so basically I'm not home right now, so I'm not on my normal setup. I am on my laptop, so I'm going to be recording through this. Hopefully the quality comes out okay for you guys and you can see everything. So I have 5 pairs I'm going to talk about this week. First one, I'm actually already in the position. I was in the position on Friday. So I decided to kind of hold it out throughout the weekend and want to hold it out for hopefully the next couple of days. So AUDJPY, I'm already in the position. Basically, I always like to have a JPY on my watch list. Most of them are very, very strong in the bullish direction. As we can see, kind of consistent for, like over a year now. Just very, very bullish. So we had a huge retracement back on the weekly. It's kind of retesting, rejecting the 0.618 zone of the weekly fib sequence on the daily. I'm sorry, that was the daily time frame. On the weekly and on the daily, it's lining up very, very well. And then we also rejected our area of interest, which is great. It's kind of like hiding it, but you can see there's a wick there from the daily time frame that kind of rejected this area of interest and recent market structure. Also, we're also starting to reject our daily EMA, which is great. On the lower time frame, my entry wasn't even like that perfect. I basically kind of missed my first entry. It was going to be from this initial push right here from the bottom up to the top here, but I didn't watch the chart close enough on Thursday to get into this position. My position would have been something like this, right at the 0.5 zone, simply because it's rejecting market structure here. And also kind of wiping out this demand zone as well. So my entry would have been 0.5. It would have been practically a perfect entry. We see it wicks into it, and my stop loss would have been probably something around here. So it would have been still in a good amount of profit. And if you took take profit 1, which is basically a 1-to-1, you would have smashed that in the middle of the night, starting into New York session on Friday. But I missed that entry. I basically went back in on the next retracement, which was a little sloppy. Honestly, it wasn't like the most perfect entry, but it was like on this 4-hour push. I have my fib sequence set up, and then I kind of just like eyeballed it on the lower time frame because I wanted to get into the trade. Because I know in JPY pairs, it tends to do something like this, where it'll like retrace downwards, and then it'll start to just go like this really fast. Like it won't give you a good entry position to come back. So I've kind of decided for JPY pairs, I kind of just get in a little earlier or as soon as I see a retracement that might be big enough. So a little bit more of an eyeball, a little bit more of a higher risk trade because my stop loss also isn't really covering my area of interest. But it is covering the 0.618 zone of our fib sequence on the lower time frame 4-hour shift of structure. So far, we were in a good amount of profit. It retraced back a lot. Hopefully we can continue up on this trend in the bullish direction. AUDUSD though is looking probably like the best one so far for this week. We have a very strong push upwards on the weekly time frame. Our fib sequence, we can see is set up right there. It's starting to reject our 0.5 zone, which is perfect because that's also lining up super well with our area of interest and market structure. Daily time frame, we can see is the black fib sequence. It goes straight from our bottom of the push all the way to the top as well, and that's starting to reject our 0.618 zone as well, which is looking very, very good. Just like the weekly, it's rejecting daily tops. It also took out this daily demand zone, which I love. That's a very, very good added confluence when it's wiping out demand zones. Then on the lower time frame, simply what I'm waiting for is a shift of structure. We're starting to kind of see that now. We can see that it made lower time frame bearish market structure like this. Now we shifted above the previous market structure, turning it bullish on the lower time frame. Now we just want to wait for it to retrace before getting into a position. The thing with this one though is that we don't know when it's going to finish being bullish, right? We need to be a little bit patient and see on the fib sequence when it's going to stop. Is it going to stop here? Maybe it could. Is it going to stop up here? Maybe it could. But either way, it looks like our entry might be somewhere around here soon. I'm not going to jump too fast into this trade simply because I am in AUDJPY already, and I don't want too many positions open at the same time. I don't like them when they're open exactly at the same time, especially if they're both still at the kind of like the entry point, because you know that might suck if it does end up both being losing trades, and that would just hurt my psychology a lot. So I'm trying to stay away from that. Only take one trade at a time and just be patient. But we can see that it is starting to retrace, so there is potential for even getting in the trade almost now. But I think I'm going to wait a little longer since the market did still just open. So I want to give it a little bit more time to make some market structure, maybe even continue downwards if it continues bearish before turning bullish again. But like I've said before, the confluences of matching pairs is great. AUDJPY is looking for longs, AUDUSD is looking for longs, so that helps a lot. These other two, GBP and GBPUSD and GBP CAD, are looking super strong. They're in confluence with each other very, very nicely. We can see that they're almost identical. They're very close to each other. But basically, both of them have a very strong weekly push that lines up with an area of interest matching with, you know, between the 0.5 and the 0.618 zone. Same with the daily. Very strong push upwards, waiting for a nice retracement back into our market structure, waiting for the retracement back into our EMA, and also to wipe out this daily demand zone, which would be really, really nice to see. Looking very, very clean. This might happen hopefully by the end of this week, maybe starting next week if it is slowly trickling down. If it decides to drop, then we have to see how good the lower time frame shift of structure is going to look. GBP CAD is almost identical, right? We have a good strong push upwards on the daily time frame. We're waiting for the retracement before going long again. The thing with this demand zone is that it's a lot lower. It's not really close up, so we might have to keep our stop loss a little bigger for this one if you do want to cover this demand zone, or if you want to take a little bit more risky trade and just keep your stop loss a little tighter, then it's up to you. It's whatever risk you might want to play. EURUSD is not really something I'm interested in this week. I just kind of have it here just because it looked okay. Basically, we have a weekly shift of structure turning it bullish, bearish, bearish. Then right here turns it bullish. From this push turns it bullish because it broke this elbow, right? So now we're just simply making bullish market structure on the weekly time frame, and we can see that it had a very strong push upwards on the daily, and also just kind of waiting for it to retest this area of interest and these tops. But it looks like, my area of interest is a little sloppy here. There's a lot of breakthrough with it, so that's why it's not super, super strong. But you can see it's already starting to reject really well off of this, the tops here. So not really looking into a position for EURUSD. It's just kind of here to look at it. It looks decent, but likely not going to be entering that position. But these other four, AUDJPY, AUDUSD, GBPUSD, and GBP CAD, all looking very, very clean for this week. So hopefully you guys can catch some of these trades just like me, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to stop by my Linktree. Link is in bio. I post on Instagram there. I'm going to start posting a little bit more consistently on Reels, not only with trades, but also trading tips on psychology and anything else that will help you become a better trader. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video, and good luck trading this week. Peace.